Hello Taurus, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Taurus for the week of June 27th. Now Taurus, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Do not offer personal readings and I will not send you a message on any platform. So do not get scams. Let's go ahead and see what we have going on here for you, Taurus. I am using the Mermaid Tarot as well as the Angel Answers Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below. Also ask that you hit the like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. All right. Make sure we're all set up and in view here. That looks just about good enough to me. Let's go ahead and put this up here. Also take 3 of these oracle cards to clarify as we go along. All right. I almost called you mermaid. It's because I'm using the Mermaid Tarot. Taurus, Taurus. Definitely a time of completions for you. This is a cycles energy, okay? This is definitely a cycles reading. This is a chapters closing, chapters beginning reading for you here, Taurus. Culmination event. What's interesting is this is something that I'm noticing now that I don't think I've ever noticed in a reading. We have 2 10s, we have 2 5s. Right? Half of 10 is 5. And it's almost like in the past you were halfway there, you were almost there, you were halfway on your journey, and now the journey is sort of coming to a close. But as always in life, there are always new journeys, as we have the ace as well paired with the 10. And so we'll talk about this more as we go along, but in the overall situation, you do have this 10 of Cups. So the 10 of Cups is one of the happiest cards to find in the tarot. It is joy, celebration, happiness, abundance. You can see the castle behind them. Castles in tarot represent rewards and riches, abundance. And the thing is, the 10 of Cups is not just about happiness. It is about feeling fulfilled in life, or getting to that abundance level, or whatever abundance looks like for you. You can see the friends or the family here kind of celebrating around with a meal. Lots of things are going on. It's kind of a nice scene here, right? And that's the idea of the 10 of Cups. It's sort of the reward at the end of the rainbow, or it's the sort of like feeling about having all 10 cups overflowing. It can bring about good family energy. It can bring about good energy in general in life. It's a feeling of bliss. And I love to see that for you. But again, it is a completion. And it's like, that feeling, I'm getting this message here, like the feeling of like, after having worked for like a while, knowing that there's a vacation, like let's say you have like a week-long vacation planned and it's Friday, you've worked hard to get caught up prior to your vacation, and then it's just that release. Work is done for the next week or 10 days. And that's the feeling of the 10 of Cups, when you have that release of like finally completing the work, going on vacation, enjoying yourself, enjoying the energy with your family, and having a good time. That is like the 10 of Cups energy. Now, in the past, you have the 5 of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords. So the 5 of Pentacles is definitely scarcity energy. It's scarcity mindset. This is actually a really challenging combination. I will tell you this. The 5 Swords can represent loss. The 5 Pentacles can represent loss. The 5 Swords is more about like a defeat in one's life. Like this can come forward when somebody has verbally defeated you. Like the thing is, the Swords is the energy of communication, like communication comes in. So this can be like arguments, fights, disagreements. However, as I like to point out in this illustration, you can see the penguin here is patting this person on the back and saying, hey, listen, you might be down now, but pick yourself up, kid. Pick yourself up. There are always more opportunities for growth in the future. And the 5 of Swords is a totally recoverable situation. It is a loss though, and the 5 of Pentacles can be a financial loss. The thing is, this is in the past. Okay, this is in the past. This is not coming in the future here for you. So what could have happened is, it's like, you know, some of you may have struggled here for sure, maybe losing a job. This, though, okay, for some of you, you may have lost a job. For others of you, there may have been a breakup type of energy here. And the thing is, though, through this, you are getting something much better, I believe, in this reading, not only because we have this 10 of Cups, but also because we have the Ace of Cups, which is a new beginning. You have a lot of happiness in your future here. The thing is, sometimes losses take time to sort of work through. And I'm not saying that like you're going to snap your fingers and like it's going to be like you're like, okay, I'm done, like, you know, I'm moving on. You know, sometimes it takes time, right? Sometimes the challenges and losses take time, but that's kind of something I'm feeling here. In the future, you do have the 10 of Swords and the Ace of Cups. This 10 of Swords is why I was saying, like, I don't feel like the recovery is immediate, but I do feel like you are coming to a place of acceptance that a chapter is closed or a chapter has ended. Okay, the 10 of Swords represents moving on and something completely closing out. The difference between the 10 of Swords and the 5 of Swords is the 10 of Swords is completely done, versus the 5 of Swords, there's recovery available. Okay, you could recover from a loss and move on. The 10 of Swords is unrecoverable. And what I mean by that is, unrecoverable is not the right word. What I mean by that is finality. Okay, there's an element of finality with the 10 of Swords. The book closes and it's never opening again. And what I mean by that is, some of you, whatever loss has happened here in the past, there's no getting it back. And there's a real sort of transcendence energy here of you moving on, recognizing that yes, this chapter has closed, but there are always more books on the shelf. There are always more books in the library. And that's what this Ace of Cups is. That's what the Ace of Cups is. It's a new book. It's a new chapter beginning. The Ace of Cups is a happy new beginning in one's life. It is the start of something fresh. It's the start of something new. And this is sort of multiplied here because we have the 10 of Cups as well. The Ace of Cups would be number 1. The 10 of Cups, of course, is 10. That completes the whole cycle or the circuit or the suit of the Cups energy. Cups is about joy, about happiness, about love, about celebration. And it's like, yeah, there may have been a painful ending here with the 5 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, and the 5 of Pentacles showing up in the past. And it may still be with you for a little bit, but you're also picking a new book from the shelf. And this book might be even more exciting to read than the last one. So let's go ahead and move up the pyramid here. You have the 7 of Cups, you have the Hanged Man, you have the 8 of Cups, and you have the 9 of Wands. Okay. So there was just this event here in the past that left you really confused. You know what phrase is coming into my mind? And I'm not sure why this is coming in, but I might as well say it. High and dry. Some of you have been left high and dry. Really don't like bringing that in, but it came in, and I feel like I needed to say it. So what I think the reason that's coming in is because the 7 of Cups can represent overwhelming thoughts, overwhelming feelings, and the feeling of being confused. It's almost like somebody left you stunned a little bit here, or you were stunned by somebody's actions or the way that somebody was. You weren't expecting it. You were caught by surprise, and they left you kind of out in the cold, which is what is left you high and dry, I guess. I need to look up what that means. I guess let me know what that means. I think it's like somebody who stole something or something along those lines. But yeah. And so the thing is, the Hanged Man showing up here, this is about somebody who is really kind of holding on to an attachment. There's a real sense of disbelief of what happened here, disbelief and confusion of what happened here in the past. And I think some of you have maybe stayed in that feeling of disbelief and confusion for some time, which is the Hanged Man energy. The thing is, the Hanged Man is ready to, or the challenge for the Hanged Man is to let go, it's to cut the cable that they are suspended on and embrace the transformation of the death card, which is the next card. The death card is actually a positive card because transformations are necessary and important in life. And what I like here is, you have the Eight of Cups in the future. The Eight of Cups is about walking away from a disappointing situation, walking away from this feeling of confusion, whatever happened here in the past, letting go of that energy, moving forward with success and victory. You have the Nine of Wands as well in the future. The Nine of Wands is about perseverance. It's about courage. It's about moving forward and not giving up. The Nine of Wands is the final stand before you complete the journey of the Wands, which is the Ten of Wands. So it's like there are new books to read. Okay, there are new books to read for you here, Taurus, is what I feel like saying. And I think to make the most of the next chapter, the next book, I'm using a metaphor, of course, is to finally cut the cable of whatever happened here in the past. Like I said, this is probably hard and it's not going to happen right away, and you shouldn't, put pressure on yourself to make you, to try to find the answer or solve the problem right away. But I do think some of you in the future here are going to take a stand, and you're not going to give up, and you're going to recognize that there's this new happiness coming in here with the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Cups. Let's go ahead and take a look at what these oracle cards are. Yeah, so you have, can't even make this up here, Taurus. You have let go, ask your angels, and you're ready. Let go is literally the Hanged Man energy, and it's also the Eight of Cups energy. Walking away, letting go, moving on, moving to new timelines, moving to new shorelines, moving in the direction of your dreams, your wishes, your goals. Maybe even calling on spiritual support. If you're not an angels person, that's fine. Maybe you want to ask your spirit guides, or you want to ask your ancestors that are in, wherever, in the universe. And, some of you are maybe connecting with your spirit team here at this time. You have the You're Ready card as well, which from what I recall is one of the author's best cards in this oracle deck. This is the final card in the oracle deck, meaning you're finally ready. You've learned all of the lessons of the previous oracle cards, and just like a 10 in the tarot, this is a completion and it is a new beginning. It's learning all of the lessons here. And I think this loss here in the past, whatever happened here, this state of confusion in the past, was really a big lesson for some of you. Let's go ahead and see what else we have here. So you have the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. You have the Queen of Pentacles. And you have the Three of Swords. I say wow because that's 3 tens. And I've just been talking about how there's this element of certainty, of finality, of completion here. It feels like a big week. It feels like a big transition into July. Summer solstice is happening, right? Like, we're officially in summer here. And it's like a big transition into this new month, into this new season. And it's like the seasons of life here are is kind of what I'm feeling for some of you. At this time, it's like some of you are recognizing that seasons change. And it's maybe a little bit sad. It's maybe a little bit challenging to come to that understanding, but seasons do change, Taurus. And who knows what the next season could bring for you. The Ten of Pentacles is a major card of abundance. It's a major card of, it's good family energy here. It is family energy. Maybe some of you have dealt with family stuff in the past. Maybe this is what this confusion or this feeling of disbelief was around. The Queen of Pentacles, it's possible, by the way, that some of you are dealing with an inheritance situation, which is bittersweet here. I'm not forecasting anything negative. I'm saying that you've been dealing with this. You have the Queen of Pentacles, which could be the executor of an estate or the executor of a will. You also have that with the Ten of Pentacles, which can talk about inheritances. So it's definitely, it's definitely that energy could be here, especially because you have the Three of Swords as well, which is like heartbreak or loss or separation. Some of you could be dealing with that currently. I also think that perhaps this could be divorce for some of you. And I also just think that this Ten of Swords energy, as this aligns here in the same column, this is something that's taking time to mend and work through, and that's okay, because it's going to take time. Let's go and see what else we have. You have the Four of Swords, and you have the High Priestess. This is a what you see is what you get energy. Okay, the Four of Swords comes after the Three of Swords, because the Four of Swords is healing from heartbreak. Okay, so I like that. I do think that there's a big healing message here. I do think that this is very important for many people. And I also think that you have absolutely the capability to work through this confusion, this challenge, this situation. The High Priestess is a way shower. It's like therapy vibes, potentially. Some of you may be working with somebody who can open the door for you, who can help you work through a challenging situation. Some of you may be reaching out for help. And then you have, the Nine of Swords, which can be a card of mental distress or anxiety, stress generally, fear. Definitely dealing with some stress here, Taurus, but I want you to refer you to the beginning of this reading, which is like you're recognizing that seasons change, but also that there are more books on the shelf. And I think some of you are going to decide to start a new book here, and that's okay. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is really a change, and most importantly, it's a change in your destiny. It's a good card. It's a change in luck, change in fortune, change in favorability, but it does ask you to take action and meet the change halfway. So love this reading. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. I will see you in the next reading.